Taoiseach, I want to raise today with you the case of Seamus Culleton, the Irish citizen, the Kilkenny man, who has now spent 5 months imprisoned in an ICE detention camp in Texas. Yesterday the country was silenced, listening in as Seamus phoned Liveline to speak about his ordeal. Last night I spoke directly with Seamus' sister Caroline, and I heard more details about the appalling conditions in which he is detained. 72 men packed into a single tent. Filth everywhere, lack of sanitation, violent guards, alleged strangling, 3 men dead already, and conditions so brutal that detainees are gambling on who will be the next person to take their own life. Deprived of fresh air, Seamus has seen the sun only a handful of times in his 5 months there. Taoiseach, he calls it a hell, a concentration camp, and he fears for his life. And Seamus is a man who's lived in the US for 17 years, who runs a successful business in Boston, who married his American wife, Tiffany Smith, last April. But he has now spent more than half of his married life behind barbed wire in this camp. Why? Because he was lifted off the street by ICE on his way to the shops after being kept waiting for his green card following long delays. And it's deeply ironic, Taoiseach, as Caroline says, that one arm of the US government is processing him for permanent residency, while the other has locked him in a cage. To describe his testimony as shocking would be an understatement. It appears beyond doubt to breach American commitments under the UN Convention Against Torture and Cruel or Degrading Treatment. But what is the Irish government doing about this? On your way into Cabinet today, you told the media your officials had contacted Washington. Minister McEntee has said consular assistance is being offered. Yet I understand no government minister has contacted the family directly. And yet, Taoiseach, this is an Irish citizen about whose plight the government has known for some time. Reports of his treatment hit the press days ago with Carolyn Lillington's piece in the Irish Times. So, Taoiseach, you must commit now, on the floor of the Dáil, to pulling out every stop, using every diplomatic lever at your disposal to secure Seamus's release. No delays, no waiting for St. Patrick's Day. Because Seamus, unfortunately, is not an isolated case. Parliamentary questions from my Labour colleague Duncan Smith revealed that deportations of Irish citizens from the US have quadrupled in a year. And we've all read articles about detention of innocent people, like Donna Hughes-Brown, a grandmother who had lived in the US legally since she was 11 years old. Immigration lawyers in America tell us Irish citizens are watching the news and fearing for their own futures. And yet we don't know if any more Irish citizens have been detained in the same manner as Seamus. Minister McEntee says fewer than 12. Is this 10? Is this 11? And yet in 5 weeks, you plan to hand a bowl of shamrock to the man responsible for all this. You plan to offer a symbol of friendship to the man who humiliated Ireland on Patrick's Day last year, when he snubbed you for a photo op with Conor McGregor. With friends like these, Taoiseach, you know the expression, what will you do today to ensure the release of Seamus Culleton and to ensure the safety of other Irish citizens being detained by ICE or in fear of being detained by ICE?
Thank you, Deputy.